I so love this scene. This is perfect because it shows the disciples just being average, ordinary guys, just like us, just how we are, and how they would follow this extraordinary, amazing human being that wasn't just a human being. But here, it shows them in their natural context, doing what they would do on a daily basis, regularly, providing for their families, providing for themselves. They were working their job, doing their task, and all of a sudden, Jesus shows up. And the communication of, no, put it on the other side of the boat, of course makes no sense to Peter. He's a professional fisherman. He knows his trade. He knows his ability. Why would we put it on the other side? Do you really think the fish are over there hiding from us? But yet, finally, he just follows through and does it. And in that moment, in that response to God's invitation, Jesus' invitation to do something out of the ordinary, to do something that's unpredictable, to do something that is just not, the outcome is not solid in your thinking as to how it's going to work. The supernatural occurs. The miraculous occurs. All of a sudden, the nets are filled with fish. And then Peter realizes, this has to be Jesus. This has to be Jesus. This is the kind of activity that Jesus would do. And so he sees him and he just dives in, pursuing him, coming after him. I want to be where he's at. Wherever he is, that's where I want to be.
Peter!
Looking at this scene where Peter's denying Jesus, it's so painful to watch because we can all imagine here the disciples having been with Jesus, having walked with him for 3.5 years. They saw him close open wounds. They saw people with open wounds completely have them closed up. They saw broken bones mended. They saw these incredible miracles. Now, the one who had just days before had this triumphal entry where people are waving these palm branches, crying out, Hosanna. They're sitting there thinking, this is the new candidate. This is the guy that's going to rule the nation. And now they're assigning cabinet positions. Here's our guy. And now here he is hanging on a cross, bleeding out, dying in front of the entire world. Of course, Peter is going to go, I was wrong. This isn't him. I've got to distance myself from him. This could mean death for me.
When you told me I would deny you 3 times, I thought it impossible. I thought, you don't know me at all.
But Jesus, in his kindness, in his mercy, in his grace, comes back to Peter and says to him 3 different times, Peter, do you love me?
Peter, do you love me? I love you. Then follow me.
Peter, do you love me? 3 times. And it's almost like each one of those times, he is breaking off every one of Peter's denials. It's like he's turning it around and he's redeeming the denials. He's redeeming those moments, transforming them. And then he says to Peter, feed my lambs. Don't hold back. Hear the guy who has denied me. I am choosing you to build a church on. And that is just like us. That's just like in our normal, everyday lives, just like they were. It so demonstrates that that's what Jesus is inviting, normal, everyday people. I love that about this series, is because it's totally capturing that. And what AD is demonstrating is that Jesus isn't calling us to be something out of the ordinary, something that we can't follow through with, that we can't live up to, just a higher level that we just aren't. But he's inviting for us to come and to live out this life where he fills us with this power. He fills us with this ability that we can walk it out, not in our rights or in our ability, but in his rights, in his ability, in us. It's an amazing scene, and it's so powerful and so practical for every one of us.
She watched him being tortured and killed.
You think he's coming back?
I know he is.
The tomb is now open and the Nazarene
is gone.